Hi everyone, it's 219 back here, and now it's time for my 7th game of Jeopardy for the week, in which I have a 16 ring total of $1,942,400. I repeat that, that's $1,942,400. Will we add on to that? Let's find out. Jeopardy trivia was 200 game shows have come on since Jeopardy premiered syndication in 1984.
This is Jeopardy!
Thank you, John Garrett. And now let's see who my two opponents are.
Please welcome our contestants. Player 1, Player 2,
And now, Samuel.
Here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny. Hi, folks, and welcome. Let's go into the Jeopardy round. And we have one daily double awaiting you in these categories. Historic
Munich.
Music class.
Music class.
Out of this world.
Out of this world.
I want to be.
Food words and phrases. And finally, baseball franchise.
Player 1, where do we start? Point the Wii remote
Let's
at the
do
screen
out of this world.
And press the A button to select a clue.
For $200.
The gravitational pull of this object is the main force holding the solar system together.
What is the sun?
Let's hear it, Player 1. Use the Wii remote or press the corresponding direction on the plus control.
What is this sun?
Choose again.
Out of this world for $400.
Galileo was the first person to see the rings around this planet.
What is Saturn?
Yes, Player 1. That's it. Player 1. Pick again.
Out of this world for $600.
Not the first, but this second planet is the hottest because its atmosphere causes a severe greenhouse effect. Okay, Player 1.
What is Venus?
Right.
$1,200.
We return to you, Player 1.
Out of this world for $800.
The comet named for him was last seen in the skies in 1986 and won't return until 2061.
I'm going to say, what is who is Edmund Halley? Who is Edmund Halley?
That is correct.
Yep. Of $2,000.
Player 1, you pick again, please.
Out of this world for $1,000.
Like Pluto, Haumea and Makemake are designated as this kind of planet.
What is a dwarf planet?
Yes, Player 1.
What is dwarf?
Yep.
Up to $3,000. We're in that category, no
back
problem.
To you for our next selection.
That's because I'm excellent at astronomy, so that's the reason why I picked that one, because heck, I should be good at that one. That was your baseball franchise shift for $200.
In 1958, the Dodgers and this team moved west to California. Okay, Player 1.
What are the Giants?
Yeah. Right you are.
$200.
Player 1, back to you.
Baseball franchise shift for $400.
The Braves spent 82 seasons in Boston and more than 40 in Atlanta, with a 13-season stop in this city.
What is Milwaukee?
It's Player 1.
Don't say Milwaukee. What is Milwaukee? Yep. Leave 600.
Please pick again, Player 1.
Baseball franchise shifts for $600.
In 1955, the Philadelphia Athletics moved to this city, where they remained for 13 seasons.
I don't think it's the opening age.
Player 1?
I believe it's Kansas City. Athletic. Where is Kansas City? I don't think it's opening age.
Yes.
Okay, $4,200.
Select again.
Baseball franchise shifts for $800.
After the 1960 season, the Washington Senators left the capital and headed west to this town.
But they became the Minnesota Twins.
Let's hear it, player one.
I mean Minneapolis Twin. Minnesota. What is Minneapolis? The beginning Twin.
Yeah, hey, you're right.
$5,000.
You get to pick again, player one.
Baseball franchise hits for 1,000.
In 1972, the new Washington Senators moved west and became this team.
What is the Texas Rangers?
Okay, player one. All right.
Up to $6,000.
Player one, pick again.
Let's do I Want to Be for 200.
One of these dancers, so I'm practicing my arabesques and pirouettes so I can perform with the Kirov.
Okay, so what is
Player
the
one.
ballerina?
Yeah. Good.
Yep.
Player one, back to you.
I Want to Be for 400.
One of these, from the Greek for star sailor, like John Glenn or Buzz Aldrin.
What is an astronaut?
Yes, player one.
Oh my, I missed a
You again,
single
player one.
question. I Want to Be for 600. I know it's not an Out of This World or baseball franchise shift. It could be an I Want to Be, or Who Was the Phrases music class, or a short Munich. Let's do I Want to Be for 600.
One of these, and deal with the health problems of vicunas, pintos, and Great Danes.
What is a veterinarian? Or a
Yes,
vet?
player one.
Whatever they say. What is a veterinarian?
Good for you. Choose again, player one.
Let's do I Want to Be for 800.
Like Martin Luther King and the Dalai Lama, and be honored with this humanitarian prize given in Oslo.
What is the Nobel Peace Prize?
Let's hear it, player one.
$8,000.
You get to pick again, player one.
I Want to Be for 1,000.
This, from the Greek for straight, and make some big bucks correcting crooked teeth with braces.
What is an orthodontist?
Okay, player one. Good.
Yeah, where that category no problem. The three
Please
straight
pick again,
categories.
player one.
I'll go food, words, and phrases for 200.
Breakfast dish that can also mean to flatten. It's player one.
What? I'll say, yeah, what is pancake?
You got it.
9200.
Select again.
Food, words, and phrases for 400.
In 1966, the U.S. government banned M80s and these round red firecrackers. Yes, player one.
What a cherry bomb.
That's correct.
Yep.
Player one, back to you for our next selection.
Food, words, and phrases for 600. No data is not in Out of This World, I Want to Be, or baseball franchise shift. It could still be in food, words, and phrases, or short music, or music class. Food, words, and phrases for 600.
Used before barrel, it suggests the homespun style and philosophy of rural folk. Let's hear it, player one.
Cracker barrel. Water barrel, oak barrel. I'll say what is cracker?
That's right, way to go.
Yeah.
We return to you, player one.
Food, words, and phrases for 800.
It's the spicy two-word name for a type of knot that lets you join a rope to a rail or a post. Player one.
Swing, blow pitch. I'll say what is blow pitch? Actually, no. Pepper sling. I don't know this one. I'm not gonna guess. Oh, pepper sling doesn't show up. But blow pitch. See how it would be. Okay, I'll go with that. What is globe pitch? What is
Yes.
globe pitch? Okay, $11,000.
You pick again, please.
Who was in phrases for 1,000?
Let's get Kelly's assistance on this clue.
A nursery rhyme says, this person, mend my
shoe.
shoe. Get it done by 2:30.
It's player one.
Something mend my shoe. Cobbler, cobbler, mend my shoe. I think it's cobbler. Mend my shoe. Yeah, cobbler, cobbler. What is cobbler?
That's correct. Please pick again, player one.
I'll see if you guys bless, so Historic Munich for 200.
On Munich's coat of arms, you'll find one of these religious figures who originally settled the city and gave it its name.
Of Munich.
Okay, player one.
Pope, priest, or monk? Monk, Munich, monk. You mean to say, what is a monk? Yep, 12,200.
Choose again,
Let's see
player
how
one.
much I... Historic Munich for 400.
Munich's motto used to be Die Weltstadt mit Herz, the world city with this. Player one.
20 for DIE. City with a heart. All say hard. What is hard?
That is correct. Player one, back to you.
Historic Munich for 600.
In 1634 and 1635, this deadly contagion devastated Munich, killing more than 1/3 of its residents.
What
Yes,
is
player one.
bubonic plague? I'll say, what is bubonic plague?
Good. You again, player one.
Historic Munich for 800.
The Summer Olympics in Munich in this year were sadly marred by terrorism and tragedy. Let's hear it, player one.
Well, what is 1972?
Oh, you're right.
Yep. Up to 14,000.
Player one, pick again.
Historic Munich for 1,000.
In the 16th century, Munich was a center of the German phase of this movement against Protestantism.
What is the Reformation?
Okay, player one.
What is the Counter-Reformation? What's the Counter-Reformation?
Yep.
Up to 15,000. Therefore, the
Player
very
one.
double
You
must be
pick
in
again,
music class. They got through all 5 of it without finding very doubles. Let's do music class for 200.
On sheet music, this sign identifies the second line of the staff as the G above middle C.
What is the treble clef?
Player one.
Go treble clef.
Right you are.
Up to 15,200.
Select again.
Music class for 400.
The name of this section of an orchestra comes from the Latin for a beating.
What is percussion?
Let's hear it, player one.
What is professional.
You got it.
Yeah, 15,600.
You get to pick again, player one.
Music class for 600.
Let's take it over to Kelly.
The guitarist here is playing one of these, defined as a combination of 3 or more notes.
What is a chord?
It's player one. That is correct.
Up to 16,200.
Player one,
I have a
back to
50-50
you
shot of
for
finding
our
the
next
day double.
selection.
It's either music class for 800, music class for 1,000, or music class for 800.
That's it. The daily double. You are in first place. What are you going to wait?
Let's do it all, Alex. 16,200.
The clue. You may have studied these Chopin pieces, whose name is French for studies.
Gymnastics. I'll go with etudes. What are etudes?
That puts you even further ahead.
Up to 32,400.
Let's have a look at the $1,000 clue.
Music class for 1,000.
Rachmaninoff wrote one on a theme of Paganini. Gershwin wrote one in blue.
What is a rhapsody?
Yes, player one.
G is what is rhapsody?
That's correct.
That I end the Jeopardy round with
Player two is in
33,400.
third place, and we'll select first in the double Jeopardy round, as we always do, right after this break.
33,400.
Let's see what happens in double Jeopardy with these categories awaiting the players. I resign.
I resign.
This side of Parasites.
This side of
Countries
Parasites.
by
Countries
newspaper.
by newspaper.
Catching some Z's.
Catching some Z's with
The
Z and quotation marks.
Sports Illustrated Magic
Sports
Numbers.
Illustrated Magic
And
Numbers and
Shakespeare's characters. Player two. You're in last place.
This side
Let's see
of
if you can close
Parasites.
that gap. When a tiny parasite enters an oyster's shell, mantle cells cover it with nacre until this is formed.
What is a
Player
pearl?
one.
Let's see, what is a pearl?
Good. We return to you, player one.
I'll go with this side of Parasites for 800.
This plant grows as a parasite on apple tree trunks, blooms in February and March, yet still is a factor in Christmas kisses.
I'm going to say, what is
Okay,
mistletoe?
player one. You again, player one.
This side of Parasites for 1,200.
PSI is a charity delivering nets to fight this parasite-caused disease that kills 3,000 African children a day. It's player one.
Typhus, cholera, or malaria. PSI. What is malaria? What is malaria? Okay, 35,800.
Pick again.
Side parasites for 1,600.
You can vent this soft ductless organ that fights infection with parasite detection. Let's hear it, player one.
Hello. I'll say what is liver?
Nope. Sorry.
First thing
Anyone
I
else
won
care to try
all
to come up with
game.
the correct response?
34. The one.
Here's the correct response. The spleen.
The spleen.
Choose again, player 1.
The type parasites for 1200.
Closely related to meningitis, this inflammation of the brain can result from viral infections or tiny parasites. Yes, player 1.
I'll go with cerebritid.
No, sorry. Any other takers?
2 consecutive incorrect responses. Second
Player 3?
reason, is it
Oh,
No. So
anyone else want to
advantage
answer to
is
guess
the
on
other
this?
one. So there will
Okay, player 2.
encephalitis. Encephalitis.
Player 2, back to you.
Country produced figure for 400.
El Sol de Tehuacan, the Acapulco Times.
What is Mexico?
It's player 1.
Let's see.
Alright.
Looks like he will be
You get to
around
pick again,
for
player
final
one.
Jeopardy. Country newspaper for 800. Country newspaper for
The Brunswicken, the Edmonton Examiner.
What is Canada?
Yes, player 1. Good. We return to you, player
Country
1.
newspaper for 1200.
Haaretz, Idiot Astronaut.
H-A-A-R. Yes. What is Israel?
Let's hear it, player 1. Yes. Please pick again, player
Country
1.
newspaper for 1600.
The Cape Times, the Volksblad.
V-O-L-K. V-O-L-K-S. What is South Africa?
Yes, player 1.
What is South Africa?
Yeah, correct. Player 1, back to you for our next selection.
Countries with Israel for 2000.
The Daily Punjab, the Balochistan Post.
Daily Punjab. What is Pakistan?
Okay, player 1.
What is Pakistan?
Right. Player 1, you pick again, please.
Now, what do I resign for 400?
His August 8, 1974 speech began, "Good evening. This is the 37th time I have spoken to you from this office.
Who is Richard Milhouse Nixon?
Let's hear it, player 1.
The only U.S. president to resign the post. Richard Nixon.
That's it.
Who's Richard Nixon?
Select again.
I resign for 800.
In 1996, after 20 years managing the Dodgers, this man resigned. Player 1.
tell me the full out. Tommy, what's the
Correct. You again, player one.
I resigned for 1200.
In 1869, he resigned his Western Union operator's job to devote more time to his inventions. It's player one.
Who is Thomas Edison? Who is Thomas Edison?
Player one, back to you.
I resigned for 1600.
Answer, the first of the daily doubles. And you're in the lead now. Will it be? Okay, here is the clue. This Chief Justice resigned in 1986 to chair the Commission on the Bicentennial of the U.S. Constitution.
John Stevens, Warren Burger, Old Warren. Well, I don't think John Stevens was Chief Justice, I think Burger was the Chief. And Old Warren. I'm going to say, who is Warren Burger?
Congratulations, you're still in first, player one.
81,200.
You pick again,
my new
please.
score. I resigned for 2000. There's one daily double left.
You may know the name of this woman who left NASA in 1993 to go into the business of advanced technologies.
Who's May Whitman?
Player 1.
Maybe he made Jemison. Who's me, Jemison?
Good for you.
83,200.
Player 1, back to you for our next selection.
Let's do sports illustrated match numbers for 400.
Baseball, 4,192 hits.
Who's Pete Wells?
Okay, player 1.
All-time hits leader, Pete Wells.
Yes. We return to you, player 1.
Sports illustrated match numbers for 800.
Hockey, 92 goals. Yes, player 1.
Who's Wayne Gretzky?
That's correct. Choose again, player 1.
Sports illustrated match numbers for 1,200.
Baseball, 2,131 consecutive games. Let's hear it, player 1.
Who was Lou Gehrig? Gehrig played in 2032. Actually, no, maybe. Was it Lou Gehrig or Whitman Jr.? That's why I said 1. That would be Cal Webtown. Who is Cal Webtown?
That is correct. You get to pick again, player 1.
I know, okay. What is the match numbers for 1,600?
Track and field, 29 feet, 2.5 inches.
29 feet, 2.5 inches.
It's player 1.
Yeah, 29 feet. Anyone? We'll say, who's Carl Lewis?
Sorry, that's wrong.
No.
Anyone else?
Who's going to ring in?
Here's the response we were looking for. Bob Beeman.
Bob Beeman.
Player 1, pick again.
What's the state Metro is for 2000?
Football, 63 yards.
Football. 60 yards football.
Let's hear it, player 1.
Priority to recommend to Tom Dempsey. We'll go with Tom Dempsey. Where's Tom Dempsey?
Good. Please pick again, player 1.
I just catch these for 400.
Each defender guards a section of the playing area in this system of sports defense.
What is zone defense?
Player 1?
Also, what is zone?
Right. Select again.
Versus these, 800.
This Italian squash can be eaten raw, steamed or grilled, or baked in a sweet bread.
Now this one
It's player 1.
Zucchini, they follow zucchini. It's Ocala, the zucchini, that's pasta. Zucchini, I don't think zucchini, is zucchini a squash? That's what I want to know. CT is pasta, C-U-C. Squash. He is a squash. D-O-C. What is it called? I'll say what is zucchini?
Yes. Player 1, back to you.
Cut of these for 1200. Cut of these for 1200.
Two-word term for the weightlessness experienced by astronauts in orbit.
What is zero gravity or zero
Okay,
G?
player 1.
Yes, what is zero gravity?
That's correct.
Up to 88,400.
You again, player 1.
Cut of these for 1600.
Let's go to the clue crew for this next clue.
It's the point on the celestial sphere vertically above a given position.
What is the zenith?
Yes, player 1.
Up to 90,000.
You get to pick again, player 1.
Cut of these for 2,000.
Sir, the second daily novel. You are in the lead right now. How much?
Oh, let's get everything out.
All right, here's your clue. The Lozi people moved to higher ground during the annual flooding of this African river.
Lozi people. Zimbabwe, Tunisia, Zambia. Zimbabwe. L-O-Z-I. So, what is Zambezi?
You have maintained your lead. Way to go.
Up to
Player one,
$180,000.
back to you for our next selection.
Shakespeare characters for 400.
There's something in his soul, or which his melancholy sits on brood, is said of this titled character.
There's something in his soul. What is Hamlet?
Player one? Right. Select again.
Shakespeare characters for
Friar John
800.
gets quarantined, so he never delivers that really important letter that this friar wrote to Romeo. Yes, player one.
Well, Friar Tuck, Friar Francis. Friar Tuck, that's Romeo. F-R-I-A-L. F-R-I-A-L. First one is one. L. Let's try it on. Hopefully that's correct.
You are correct.
Just try it on. But the 100 years
Player
old,
one,
200.
pick again.
Shakespeare characters for 1200.
She's in Troy when she tells Pandarus, "Go hang yourself, you naughty mocking uncle."
Go hang yourself. Go hang yourself. Hoagie. Let's see if Hoagie is right.
Let's hear it, player one.
No. Where's Cressida?
That's correct. We return to you, player one.
Shakespeare characters for 1600.
This man boasts, "He that knows better how to tame a shrew, now let him speak."
He that knows better. I told the truth. He that knows better. Tokyo, however you pronounce it.
Okay, player one. You're right. Now let's take a look at that $2,000 clue, shall we? The appropriately named Servilius is a servant to this title guy of Athens.
Servilius.
It's player one.
S-E-R-V-I-L. S-E-R. I just S-E-R-V-I-L. come on.
Yep.
So thank you, that's 6,000 okay, that's 2,000.
Sorry, player 3. Your score is not on the positive side, so you will not be joining us for Final Jeopardy. This is the Final Jeopardy category for today. U.S. Presidents.
Should we go to that?
So, what's your wager? Each direction on the busted bowl package represents a different response. Press a direction to select an answer. Here's your Final Jeopardy clue. He's the only U.S. president who never lived in the District of Columbia.
You say, who is George Washington?
What did you say?
George Washington? And how much did you wager?
And that correct response will add...
Good, and everything goes up to $4,000. I said George Washington.
And your response?
That takes me to...
How much did you add your total with that correct response?
26,000. That was good. $332,000.
Congratulations, player 1. You're the winner. We'll see you all next time.
This is a 7-day total. I think we did what part correct because everyone comes blah blah blah. And now I'm going to show you what my total is. 231. 231. 440. 440. That gives you a 7-game win total of $2,314,400. I repeat that, $2,314,400 in 7 games. My next game 8 will be of my run of Jeopardy will be coming to you soon. Game 8 will be coming this way soon. This is Superman 979 signing off.